I Can Play Music presents the unofficial history of music. In the beginning of time, there was a lot of noise and lots of noisy things in nature to be freaked out about. Eventually, things settled down and man was quiet and a little bored. He tried cave painting, but had trouble finding good colors and models that would stand still long enough. He searched high and low for some way to make some noise of his own. And then one day, he discovered that banging on things made him feel good, and besides that, it sounded really cool. He learned to play the drums really well, and to play well with others.
Enough already! That's enough of the unofficial history of music, but it's a lot of fun, and you can see the whole thing when I come to your school and do my presentation. It is a lot of fun doing it, and I teach you guys how to play the instruments right there. But enough of that, okay? My name is Steve Clark. I'm a musician, singer, songwriter, and now an author. So cool, huh? Anyway, it all came about when I was going in doing presentations in my son Jack's school. I think he was in 3rd grade. They're great teachers. They have a great music program there, and they did a concert for them. But the one thing they didn't do is they didn't go, hey, here's a trombone. This is how you do it. And so everybody just kind of looks at the instruments and, hey, you can do it in 4th grade. You can play the violin. In 5th grade, you can play a horn. Well, I'm going to introduce you to all these instruments, or most of them anyway. Anyway, it's geared towards 2nd and 3rd and 4th grades. In 4th grade, you can start playing violin. Some schools are different, but it's around that. Don't forget to check out what I really do at my band's website, thezippers.com, and steveclarkfun.com, my personal website, and also icanplaymusic.com. That's where you can buy my books and check them out. So, all coming to a theater and drive-in near you. Okay, are you guys ready? Are you guys ready to hear the book? Get comfy. Get a beanbag chair. Well, we're in my living room with my piano because 2 years of piano, and that's all I remember. Actually, I do a lot more. I play keyboards in the band. Anyway, you can see that at thezippers.com. Here's my book. It's called I Can Play Violin. And I really can't play the violin, not well. But Jax did for a whole year. That's my son Jax. And he's in front of the door that's right behind me right there. A little difficult to see in this lighting, but all of my books have the musician in front of a door because music opens a doorway to another world. It truly does. And you'll love that world. And I'm going to show you just how to get started. Anyway, here it is. I Can Play Violin. Dedicated to my son Jax, whom I love dearly, and who inspired me to write this book just as it happened. That's true. My name is Jax, and I'm in the 3rd grade. School's out, and we're made in the shade. Dad said in 4th grade I could play violin. I told him, no way, don't even bring one in. But one day I found a small blue case in the house, so I grabbed it and opened it up on the couch. It looked like a fancy little mini guitar, and I knew if I tried it I wouldn't get far. But it looked so cool sitting there by my side, I just had to pick it up and give it a try. And that's what he did, and I came in and saw him with it. I put it under my chin, like I'd seen on TV, pulled the bow across the strings, and you wouldn't believe the wonderful, crazy vibrations galore. I knew in my heart I just had to learn more. Dad showed me where to put my fingers on the neck. Move them on and off to make different notes. What the heck? I played a musical scale much easier than I thought. Hey, I like this violin. I like it a lot. He taught me to play a few notes on the staff. Start everything slowly, he said with a laugh. In 4/4, a quarter note gets just one count. And tapping my foot made it easy, I found. We played Twinkle, Twinkle and Mary's Little Lamb. He accompanied me on the piano. Dad won. And we jammed. Dad took out his phone and recorded the best ones and said, to be sure, we should get you some lessons. We found a good teacher at the music store. All that practice made me better than before. When school music started, I was a confident kid. It made me feel great. I could show them some tricks. Violin isn't just for the symphonies. Oh no. They use it in all kinds of music, you know. It plays the sweet melodies and sad songs heartfelt, and solos in country so fast you could melt. It's played in pop music, electric bizarre. Some rockers even use the bow on guitar. Yep, that's my buddy Keith playing his guitar with a bow. All right. I just played my first concert for school and was glad to hear the applause and them say, hey, not bad. It's fun to play music, and maybe one day you'll see me in the bright lights because I can play. Yes. So did you like the book? Well, each one at the end of the story has a diagram of the instrument and tells about all the parts that are in it. And then a couple of pages of history. Like it was said that Nero, an emperor of Rome, fiddled while Rome burned. But Nero was emperor in the years 56 to 68 AD. The violin wasn't even invented yet, so it must have been a liar. So I'd be a liar if I told you the other thing. Anyway, I'm going to show you how some of the instruments work. We only have a little bit of time here, but actually trombone is my main instrument. Well, actually singing is my main instrument. Yeah, well, you know. And I made a living at it. Who would have thought, huh? Anyway, a trombone works with a slide, of course. You've seen that. Womp, womp, womp. But it uses a mouthpiece like that. And it's sort of like the trumpets, the baritones, the tubas. They all have mouthpieces just like this. But trombones are about this size. They're a little bit bigger than the trumpets. And to make the sound, you got to do this. Can you do that? Let me hear you. Ooh, nice. Okay, do it again. But that's what you do. And then you put the mouthpiece on it. That's what my dad used to do just with his hands. Wake us up in the morning. That's in one of the books. It's the trumpet book. I've got his trumpet right over here. And if you can do that, then you can play the trombone. Tricky thing is, with horns, you can play a whole bunch of notes in one position. You know, and etc. like that. So, and then by moving the slide, that makes the tubes longer and changes the tone. Yep, sorry about that. Sometimes it gets away from me. That's the trombone. Now here's my dad's trumpet. Same kind of mouthpiece, okay? This is an old trumpet. Same kind of mouthpiece, but a little bit smaller. As you can see. There you go. a little bit smaller, but it's same principle, a little smaller. And for this one, you need to go just like that. Can you do it? E. Nice. Okay, good job. And then, if you can do it, you put it in the instrument. And the valves open up different tubes all the way around. It's kind of tricky in there, but really, there's only 3 of them, so it doesn't make that much of a big deal. It's pretty simple in a lot of ways. Not as simple as a trombone, of course. That's the trumpet. Now, saxophones, which I do not play real well, are a reed instrument, a single reed instrument. There are double reed instruments that have 2 reeds. That's like the oboes and the bassoons. But you use a little reed, and it's not like what you would read on the paper. It's a reed that would be like in the water next to the river. Yeah, if you don't have a glass of water, you can put it in your mouth. And then you put it on the mouthpiece. Here's the mouthpiece, and it's got a hole in it, if you can see the hole. Yeah, so you put that over the hole. Okay, and then you put the little clamp on it. Oh, let's see. I think it goes that way. There you go. You got to get it all nice and straight. Then you clamp it down. Okay, you tighten up these clamps. Can you see them? And then you can go.
Oops, I did it again.
Okay, enough of that. Then you take the mouthpiece and put it on. You put a little bit of chapstick on here. Actually, it's cork grease. And screw it in. Then you need to tune it a little bit. Like that. I think that's pretty close. Anyway, you curl your lips over your teeth. You know, like grandma when she takes her teeth out, that sort of thing. Anyway, and then you put it onto the reed and blow. And that's about all the saxophone I play, but it's actually pretty simple once you get down to it. So there's a whole lot of things in all these instruments. They seem hard at the time, but once you get into it, it's actually pretty simple. And they're a lot of fun, and it opens great doors for you too. So anyway, remember to come back to the story and activity time to watch our great authors reading their books. Other great authors. That's coming up soon. Anyway, I'm going to take you out with what I do at my school presentations. And I get all the kids to try the instruments, and whoever plays the notes the best gets to be in the band. And I'm going to try to be the one-man band on this, so let's hope I get this right. And this is what I have everybody play at the end. Check it out. Don't forget to join us on the red carpet time on Saturday, September 26th. Thanks so much for spending time with us, and I'll see you at your school or at the next Orange County Children's Book Fest. Steve Clark signing off. Go to my website,